Lord have mercy, ladies and gentlemen. It's leg day. It's leg day. I am excited yet nervous. If you're hitting legs and you're not slightly nervous, not nervous per se, but if you're not like slightly nervous or slightly like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to try and survive this workout, you may or may not be hitting legs hard enough. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It might be time to hit legs a little bit harder, you know? And the biggest thing for me that I've found, because leg growth has always been my weak point. I know I need to work on my legs. So these days are super, super important for me to focus on like my technique and my form and my intensity too. There is a slight problem. I went out last night on the town. Was it worth it? Absolutely. I had such a great time. I got to spend time with my brother. I got to spend a lovely amount of time with my girlfriend. And we've been needing that. My brother's been needing some of my time. My girlfriend's needing, I needed some of my time too. So you gotta like take care of those bases. You gotta take care of a little self-care, right? Also, I'm not a professional bodybuilder and I'm natural. So the next day, you're gonna be like, you're gonna look down at the scale and you're like, Lord, I've wiped my progress. But in reality, that's just your carbohydrates and restoring your glycogen and everything like that. Your carbohydrates are attaching to water. You're chilling. You know what I mean? You're chilling. Oh my God. Do not want to hit this bicyclist because that would not be good. We don't want to do that. Yes, I did go out last night. Yes, I had fun. Yes, I would do it again. Working out and doing it consistently is meant to be your main priority, but it's not meant to be your only priority, all right? Enjoy your life. What's the point of doing all this working out and working hard if you can't go and enjoy, yourself and working hard for yourself and for the people you care about too, I've kind of been thinking a lot about that from a mental perspective too, especially after I moved on from my old job to doing personal training and content creation full time. It was great, a great job. I'm so thankful for the experiences and everything that it gave me, and I still love everything about investment advisory and making sure financial literacy is so important, especially in this day and age with everything going on. So being financially literate, it takes some time to read some books, just look into things on your own so you can learn about it too, This is not financial advice, by the way. I think I have to say that for YouTube perspective or something like that. So yeah, but this is not financial advice, all right? But I definitely look into it and become financially literate and responsible. And it will help you so much go through life. Because taking care of your finances is part of taking care of your needs, you know what I mean? If you have your finances under control and you feel comfortable in whatever situation you are, however much income you're making, then it'll allow you some more freedom and flexibility to focus on the things that you really care about too. So make sure. Anyway, back to my old initial point. I was thinking a lot about just time in general, and I think it's so important to open up that time to work and open up that time to play and have fun and enjoy. Because it's the opposite theory. Everything has an opposite. You can't have play without work. You know what I mean? You can't have work without play. There's no way you can have anything without the other. At least when it comes down to positives and negatives, quote unquote, or whatever, you know what I mean? And don't quote me, this is not a philosophical theory, all right? This is just me speaking it out of my butt, all right? Straight up. This is not a philosophical is the word I was looking for. I know I messed it up the first time. I did that on purpose, all right, you guys? But yeah, I think it's super important to, take into account that you need to have some you time in your lifetime too. So working out and eating clean is a huge, massive focus for me. It's a massive focus. I do it every single day. Even when I go out, I'm still focusing okay, how much is this? How much is that? Kind of gauging, but it's good to take a break here and there and kind of reset. I had last night, oh my gosh, I had 2 slices of thick pizza. It was so gas, and I got to sit there and enjoy it with my girlfriend. Do you know how special those moments are? And yes, being on a strict diet is hard, but it makes those moments that much more special. You know what I mean? Being consistent with your eating and healthy habits is really great, but it makes those moments that much more special. And you have a better appreciation. I found myself not rushing through my food. And yes, I can always eat more, but I feel like I know my stopping. You know when it's like, all right, if I do another slice, I had like 2 slices, and they were proper slices. All right, I'm talking about like huge slices. But once you can have that mindset where you're like, all right, I need to cut myself off right here. This is probably too much. It's going to get a little excessive if I do any more. And that's a good mindset to have, you know. And you can't hold yourself from things like pizza or drinks, or, you know, it puts too much pressure on you too. You know what I mean? Like, it's not worth it to live life. You have one life. Live it with as little pressure as possible. But at the same time, ladies and gentlemen, pressure is what makes diamonds. So live it with as much pressure as you need to succeed, and leave a space for a little pressure to be released. Because if you're a constant pressure pot, you're just going to explode. Like, straight up, if you're constantly on pressure, or you're constantly pushing yourself to be the greatest, like, it's great to push yourself to be the greatest, but also make sure you relax a little bit. Like, chill out. So yeah, that's the philosophy of the day. That's B. Leon's philosophy of the day. Chill out. In 2 words. Oh man. Oh, I'm looking down at these. I got these in the mail. Oh my gosh. Pretty mid. I thought they were going to be a little sweeter. And I got some flavored toothpicks because I wanted the aesthetic, you know, like nice chill vibes aesthetic to go with my sunglasses. I think are up here too. I kind of liked the aesthetic of it. And also I mean, I don't always want to chew on gum, but, you know, like, these aviator glasses with some with a toothpick would be so cool. Like, maybe I'd look goofy. I'd probably look goofy too, but that's fine. Oh, so yes, we do have legs today. I'm actually pretty excited. Because I know Hack Squat is in there. Banded Reverse Nordic is in there. Leg extensions, Smith Machine supported leg, Smith Machine supported Romanian deadlifts, and they're the dumbbell version too. So I'm excited for that too. And we got some calves. Don't skip calves, all right, guys? I might do some walking in the beginning. Here's a big thing. Here's a big tip about cardio, okay? I'm gonna tell you. Here's a big tip about cardio. Pick something you can do, all right? Pick something you can do and what aligns with your goals. Whether it's walking, whether it's running, whether it's continuously playing a sport, whatever is in line with your goals, keep doing it, okay? Keep doing it and do something that's going to be consistent. For me personally, that's walking 10 to 12,000 steps a day. My girlfriend inspired me to make sure to hit that too, especially in like a fat loss phase. And that will not only keep your cardio up enough, it'll keep your activity level up enough, it'll keep the calories burning through, and it also has the least amount effect on muscle growth, right? So the least impact, I should say. Your joints aren't going to be cooked. You're not going to be like absolutely gassed all the time. Whereas with running and sprinting and like sports, you might get injured, you might have joint pain, you might have this, you might have that. So there's always like a thing to account for when it comes to cardio. But I think the most important thing is picking something that goes along with your goals that will help you achieve fat loss or weight gain, while also keeping your heart health up and keeping you just active day to day. Walking is great because you can do it anywhere. You can go walk on a treadmill, you can go walk at a mall, you can go walk with friends, you can go walk with family, you can go walk with your girlfriend, you can go walk your dog. You can do so many different things with just walking, which is why I have personally picked it as a great form of cardio. And that doesn't mean that you don't sneak other stuff in there. I love to play basketball sometimes, or play spike ball or volleyball or whatever you can toss in. But like top tier cardio top tier cardio for muscle growth right here. Elliptical, walking and swimming. Elliptical, completely easy on the joints, full body workout exercise. You don't have to do full sprints. Walking, you can do anywhere, anytime, and hit about 10,000 steps a day, which is golden. That's all you really need. And swimming, super easy on the joints, easy on your spine, takes everything off of there. And you can just like do a constant, continuous coasting pace. And that's gonna allow for your body to rest, your joints to be healthy and remain healthy, and burn some extra calories too, right? The most important thing for fat loss is your calories, all right? Calories in, calories out. If your calories are too high, you're going to gain weight. If your calories are too low, you're gonna lose fat and muscle really quickly. And also the other thing to keep in mind is that it's so individualized too. That's one thing I've realized. For me, I will lose muscle and fat. I will lose muscle and gain some fat if I go too heavy on a cut, right? That's just not how my body works. So it's trial and error, trial and error for each person. Anyway, let's get this leg day in. I think I'm gonna walk on the treadmill for a little bit because I only have 647 steps. Yes, I did sleep in today. All right. Of course I slept in. You gotta sleep in. So yeah, I'm gonna do some steps here, probably 10 minutes on the treadmill just to get 1,000 steps. And then we'll get warmed up and we're getting to the first workout. I'm excited, we're gonna kill it. Technique is gonna be the main focus here. So let's keep it going, here we go. Alrighty, you guys, we're nice and warmed up. I know this isn't the first choice of movement that you may have wanted me to see, but doing abduction and adduction is just as important as doing like your hack squats and your big, well, not just as important, let me rephrase that. I think it's important that you balance yourself muscularly too and keep that strength, but we're only gonna toss in 4 sets. Gotta do sometimes you gotta do what you hate, you know? And this is probably like one of my least favorite, these two machines right here, least favorite exercises of all time, but you gotta toss it in sometimes. So we're just gonna toss in 4 sets. 4 sets of 10. This is adduction, the other one's abduction. Control the eccentric and keep that tempo and intensity. That's like one of the biggest things too, especially when you're trying to grow your smaller muscle groups, is some people will forget that the amount of intensity that you put into your like big compound lifts, sometimes you gotta put that same intensity into your smaller lifts too. And when I say intensity, I don't mean like tossing the weight up all the way. I mean controlling your eccentric, keeping the weight relatively challenging, and working hard in the movement specifically. This doesn't just apply to adduction or abduction too. This can apply to like your bicep curls or your lateral raises, things like that, that are more important to people too. Oh. Alrighty, we're on to a more pressing exercise, I would say. This exercise has single-handedly helped me grow my quads so much. I like highly recommend it to anybody. The most important thing in this position is your technique. So if your main goal is hypertrophy, going down nice and slow into the eccentric, and then coming up, not jerking yourself up, but coming up nice and slowly and controlled with a good amount of weight is just like exactly what you need. And driving through your heels, knees over toes, all that good stuff, just so you can activate your quads the most is your goal here. All right, let's get this bread. Pro tip too, yoga blocks will give you more range of motion. Most of these hack squat machines don't have like the depth that you can get. So adding your yoga blocks up here spaces you down a little bit more on the seat and get into a deeper stretch for more hypertrophy. All right, here we go. Myo reps. I felt like coming out of this leg workout a little bit more miserable today. So we're gonna toss these in. It's basically where you stay in the lower half of the movement, where the muscles are the most anabolic and provide the most stimulus. I obviously like lighten the weight here too. Most important thing, keep my form. And just stay in that lower position, same count and tempo, but just as hard. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Alrighty, now on to banded reverse Nordics. This is like one of my favorite exercises to like really put the quads in the deepest stretch position. I'm bringing these forward a little bit, just so we can get a little bit more stimulation for growth. Good body weight exercise. I'm trying to like progress through the bands too, just so I can get a bit more of like a body weight stretch type exercise. But if you can do this, it's great for your knees, great for your quads. And then we're gonna superset that with some Smith machine supported Romania deadlifts, and that's why I've got the Versa grips on, because I can't be asked to use my grip right now. So let's get it, here we go. So 10. Nice. Okay, and then superset with RDLs. Here we go. Alrighty, we gotta make sure to toss the calves in. We're doing just some leg press calf raises, really focusing on that eccentric and deep stretch, so keeping the tension in the deep stretch. I'm gonna press up. You're gonna see me focusing more on not locking my knees fully, but pulling, like pushing my toes towards my chest and then driving my heels into the wall, and not extending fully out into a contraction, but focusing really on pushing those heels out and raising into the press position. Okay, last one here. Deep stretch. All the way through. Ooh, beautiful. Yeah, this is definitely not my last exercise. I still have to do hamstring curls and leg extensions, but somebody was on it, so I wanted to just get this in here. Got to do your calves, ladies and gents. All right, Operation Cook My Legs is in full effect now. This is going to be the last couple of exercises. So we have hamstring curls and leg extensions. Make sure this is as far back as I can go so I can get a nice deep stretch. I put my seat all the way back. Oh my God, my pants are falling out. Okay, let's get it. Nice deep stretch to engage the quads. Oh God. Hey. Ooh, those partials at the end. That's how you cook. You cook the legs. Oh my gosh. I don't even want to like get up and walk around. We're almost done though. Oh my God. A few more sets. So Sam Sulek probably isn't the most science-based lifter, but he got this very, very right. Like, so for hamstring curls, getting into the stretch position in the movement is so, so important. So like scooting up, so locking yourself in, right? Hinging yourself down. It's the last movement too. And pulling yourself here, like you're almost touching your toes. It's gonna give you that stretch that you're looking for all the way through to the end of that repetition and putting the most tension right here in that stretch. It's a game changer. Ooh, stunning. There we go. We're pretty much done with the workout. I got a few more sets of this, and then I'll see you guys in the truck. Woo! Let's go! That is completed. A leg day for the books. Oh my gosh. My legs are cooked. It was tough going up the stairs and down the stairs and all that good stuff, which means we hit it just right. Hopefully tomorrow my legs are just like gelatin and nice and sore. That's the goal. I think that's like one of the biggest mistakes that beginner lifters or lifters in general, including myself, I've made this mistake. The biggest mistake that I made was not training legs hard enough. Now, when I say training hard enough, I mean training with intensity, intention, and good sound technique. That was like one of the biggest things that I needed to focus on to change up my leg growth, right? You see me going into those squats and myo reps, those hack squat myo reps, I'm like shaking at the end because I'm really, really focused on that deep stretch. I'm really focused on that deep stretch, deep eccentric motion, controlling the way down and not necessarily like exploding back up, but kind of like a subway train leaving the station. You want to pick up speed to get to that top point. So it was a great exercise, great workout today. I'm actually stoked with that so much. And now I'm like, I got some AC/DC in here. I'm listening to some bangers. I wish I could listen to stuff while I was while I'm recording, you know what I mean, but I can't just because of copyright stuff. But I'm feeling good, feeling accomplished, which is always a very, very lovely feeling. And we're headed home right now. Gonna get some food in. The most important thing when it comes to food too is not like not the most important thing, but the most important thing when it comes to food is consistency. And I mean like consistently hitting your macros and calorie intake, depending on your goals, whether if it's losing weight or gaining weight. Consistently hitting your macros and your calories is how you're going to either gain weight or lose weight or maintain your weight. I think tracking is a great idea for everybody. Tracking is a great idea for everybody, or not necessarily everybody. Tracking is a great thing, but it's not necessarily for everybody, I should say. Tracking is almost like a GPS system for your goals, right? If you want to get to a goal if you want to get from point A to point B, and you want the fastest route, the least amount of traffic, track your macros. But if you want to, if you want a little bit of traffic, some off-roading here and there, then use a compass and, be more cognizant of what you're eating and everything like that. It might take more time to reach your goals, but you'll be less pressured and you won't have to worry about your macros or tracking anything. But me personally, I track. I think it's super, super great. It helps you gauge how much or how little you need to eat, especially when it comes to protein intake. That's one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of people make, is not getting enough protein in. It should be around 0.7 grams to 1 gram per pound of body weight. I usually try to eat at my goal weight, gram measurement, if you will, just because that's kind of a good standard, But protein intake is so, so important. It gives your body the building blocks that you need to build back muscle stronger, build it back bigger, and that's most people's goal. Especially my goal too is hypertrophy training. You gotta keep the protein intake high. Your protein is the building blocks. So yeah, we're gonna get in some carbohydrates and fats. Carbohydrates, personally, I use carbohydrates as kind of like a filler. Some people like to time their carbohydrates too. I like to time my carbohydrates. I'll have maybe like a simple carbohydrate before my workout or before any exercises, just because it's, straight to the bloodstream, quick carbs, super good energy. Carbohydrates are specifically made to be like a fuel source for your body. And then I try to limit my carbs, especially towards the nighttime, because you don't want to get like sugar spikes and stuff like that right before you're going to bed. So maybe a little less carbohydrates, but some simple carbs after your workout too, with some protein. That's going to do the trick right there. And fats, when it comes down to fats, they're mainly for your joints, mainly for your phospholipid bilayers and your cells. Hormones are really, really important, so you can't ignore them. Like, most people think that fats are the enemy sometimes. It's not true. It's not true. You need fats in your life. You need healthy fats, if that's so, like avocados, eggs, olive oils, non-processed oils. Fish oil is great. I take fish oil every single day. Super good, super good option if you can access that, and if you're not getting enough healthy fats, I think is a great way to supplement into your diet too. Anyway, phenomenal leg exercise. That was not leg exercise, but leg workout, I would say. We got some good stretched positions in there. I think the hack squat changed the game for me. My old gym didn't have a hack squat machine, and then I started working out at this current gym that I'm using now, and it was a big game changer. I love the squats, don't get me, barbell squats are great, don't get me wrong, but the amount of fatigue that you get on your entire body when you're simply just trying to hit your quads versus the hack squat is just such a difference. It's such a difference. And then putting those yoga blocks in there to give you a bit more space, such a key strategy to make any hack squat machine just way better. Because you can get deeper into that stretched position of your quads, and that's where your muscles are going to be the most anabolic, at least according to the studies that I listen to and read about. Shout out Mike Israetel. Thank you so much for posting such good content too. I appreciate it, man. If you guys are not subscribed to Dr. Mike Israetel or Jeff Nippard too, they're great exercise. They're more science-based lifting. In my opinion, though, science-based lifting is a little touchy because yes, you can get all these facts, all the scientific evidence too, but as long as an exercise feels good to you and is providing that good stimulus, it's not hurting your joints, it feels good, you're sore the next day, that's what makes an exercise really, really great for your body. Like if you're doing, I don't know, if you're feeling that regular rope push downs for triceps aren't doing the trick for you, but then you go into overhead extension and you feel your triceps are on fire by the last like couple of reps, that's the switch that you might have to make. Or changing up your technique a little bit, or changing up your rep schemes, doing some drop sets, some supersets, some pause reps to gain that mind muscle connection might be what you need, even though it may not be the most like scientifically backed thing, especially pause reps too. I usually don't pause. Oh my God, freaking Tesla drivers. That is sketch, dude. Can't be doing that. I love driving my truck too because it keeps me slow. Like it keeps me relaxed and chill. That Tesla driver is bobbing and weaving, going like 60 and a 40 right now. Anyway, yeah. What was I saying? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, science-based lifting or something like that. Science-based lifting. Yeah. Changing up your technique so that you can feel the connection with your muscles and cause that stimulus and breakage in your muscle so that you can be sore the next day, which is a great indicator that you worked really hard for that specific muscle group, or just feel exhausted too. Changing up your technique so you can get to that point could be the difference between making gains in the gym and not making gains in the gym. Another big mistake that I see a lot of people make is not pushing themselves hard enough. And when I say not pushing yourself hard enough, that doesn't mean always increasing the weight. It means focusing on your technique, focusing on the eccentrics and controlling the movement, not letting the weight control you, but you controlling the weight. And that aspect will force you to push yourself harder in order to make those gains and those changes so that you can keep making progress in the gym too, you know what I mean? Focusing, don't let the weight control you. Let yourself control the weight. You want to full mastery. When it came down to those hack squats, I feel like I'm under control and I'm not going to toss on 4 plates and then half rep the life out of it just because that's not it. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the vlog today. We are all finished up. I'm going to try and keep, we're chilling. But yeah, we're all finished up. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm going to try and keep getting some more content out for you guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video too. And if you're new to the channel and you're just catching in here, just popping in, welcome. It's so great to have you guys. I'm excited to keep going about this journey and learning more and more each day about how to lift heavy, hard, and consistently. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, before I go, be strong, be courageous, be Leon. Love you guys. All right, we out.